Now, in 2010, Kolo Toure meets a young girl, 22-year-old student, Kesso Kesayo, in the 2 a.m. drizzle outside Bijou nightclub in Manchester. But Kesso doesn't recognize Kolo, and he introduces himself to her as Francer, a Ghanaian car salesman who recently moved to Manchester as a student, and she says at some point, "You look a bit familiar," and he says, "You probably know me from my charity work in Africa." Anyway, they get on well and they swap numbers and they agree to meet the next day they do, and they begin this relationship that goes on for the next 2 years. So Kolo goes round to her student flat. He'd always turn up in a baseball cap and aviator sunglasses so no one recognizes him. He always called her from a private number so that she didn't waste her money calling. He used to lavish her with sexy lingerie and jewelry, and one time he apparently got down on one knee and gave her a diamond ring. In later years, he would insist it wasn't an engagement ring, it was just a declaration of his love. At one point during the relationship, Kolo just disappears. And because it was a bit weird of a relationship, Kesso is like, maybe I won't see him again, but after 3 months he reappears, and he dropped her a text, and he's like, ooh, I was just back in Ghana selling cars. The truth is that he was back in the Ivory Coast marrying his actual wife. Kolo had always insisted that Kesso doesn't take pictures of him. So the only photo that she ever snapped of him was him coming out of the shower. And this is what finally makes him get caught in the end. One time she's hanging out with a friend and she shows his photo to a friend, and the friend looks at it and goes, well, that's Kolo Toure. So she Googles him and finds a picture of him lifting the Premier League trophy, and also finds pictures from his wedding like 3 weeks before.